Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar, your home for vintage Lego. And today we're going to be answering your questions. I really appreciate all the questions I got after the last BrickTsar Answer Thingy. I will try to do this every week. We'll just see how it goes. But thank you for all the questions. So we're going to be considering, I got about 20 plus questions here. We're going to be going through each of those. And yeah, this is another BrickTsar Answer Thingy. I don't know why I just did that. So we'll uh, get to the questions. I'm wearing a Pac-Man shirt because I'm a pack rat. I'm going to be talking about that perhaps in this video, but I'm making some serious efforts to downsize. um, in a question here, not related to downsizing, from Jimbo Bricks, he says, looking forward to the upcoming yellow truck videos, the individual reviews, and then a complete comparison of all the trucks. So I did post the video of, I think it came before this video, of all the yellow trucks. I was going to do individual reviews of the ones that I haven't done individual reviews on, but I didn't. I got lazy. If you want me to consider like the new truck separately, I might do that, but I spent so much time just looking for all the yellow trucks that I just go ahead and do it all in one video. I do have a truck coming, and there were two or three that in that video that I was missing that I want to try to find. I still haven't bit the bit the bullet. Is that the word? There's some that are like $50, and they're just the little tiny poly bags. I don't think I want to pay that much for it. Uh, here's one. What did I say? Who that one was from? That was from Jimbo Bricks. Okay, this is from John Corney. He says, "Can you do a video adding Lego to your store from the box to the drawer?" Hey, that almost rhymed. So that's from one of our channel members, and I have done a few of those. And again, it's just like the Pablos. The reason I don't do them is because it adds time. But I do have, so in downsizing, I've come across some things, and the individual sets, I just don't like doing the part outs of those, but sometimes you have to. But did find a few things that I have multiple copies. Sometimes it's just two. But maybe those are the things I could just do the whole process. Maybe even discuss why I chose to part those out instead of selling them as a complete set. I got some Star Wars sets and some superhero sets, a Lego game I found that I had two of. So maybe one of those I will do as a video, parting it out, separating the parts, then putting them into the store using BrickStore. So yeah, if I do what like the one Star Wars I said is only 100 lots, so that's a little easier. Uh, I've done things that are as many as like 400 lots, and it's not fun to film while you're doing that. Of course, you wouldn't show putting away all 400. Anyway, I talked way too much about that, but yeah, I could do another video like that. All right, here's one from Ian Wazink. It says, would you agree that every tipper truck video, especially haul videos, should be prefaced with, warning, do not try this at home. Explain your answer. Yes, do not attempt to collect thousands of tipper trucks. That should go without saying. That's like saying don't jump off the cliff. Don't step out into the road without looking. Well, little kids might do that. You have to train them, but there's some things that are just common sense. Yeah, don't collect an inordinate amount of tippers. Here's one from Making Models 812. Is there a way on Bricklink to buy the correct vintage bricks, i.e., the correct Lego lettering on studs or tubes without support? Thanks. I get this question every 5 or 6 months. Somebody leaves a question like this, and it is one of those that the only way to do it is to buy a lot of stuff and sort through it yourself. But to buy it from anywhere, again, you just said buy it. Well, I said you got to buy bulk, and buy bulk that looks like it's from an era, meaning it's just got a lot of the standard primary Lego colors like the red, blue, white, black, yellow. You see lots that got just those five colors, you're more than likely going to be getting stuff from the older era. But as far as like a specific, like what year that brick ended. It's just, or first of all, there's not a big enough price difference on the parts, like the regular bricks, like the 2x4 bricks, 2x2, 1x2s, 1x4s. There's just not a big enough price difference to worry about it. But 2x4 bricks are the easiest to kind of tell that, yeah, these bricks are different. 1x4s, and one, to me, they're just not. So yeah, there's no way to really do it other than you found a seller that thinks they know what years a particular brick they have for sale uh, came out. But it's like nobody's going to waste the time on a 3 cent brick to do that. So it's very hard. So there's no good way of doing it, but I can, you can kind of ballpark things like the Pat Pending era, the Pat Pending marked out era, pips on the side era, and then the thicker walls, the thinner walls, the tubes that have supports. And I think that's, to me, if you just narrow it down to like 3 different things, like the modern ones obviously got the supports on the tubes with the bricks. The older ones don't. So actually, that's just 2 different things. Just narrow it down to those 2 things, and you'll be close enough. But like when I've been piecing together these Fabulands sets, I haven't been worrying terribly about it. But yeah, I can look at 2 bricks and say, oh, that's from the last 30 or 40 years. This is probably before that. That's about it, the best I can do. But it's not worth it to me to 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 distinguish the different eras down to a few years. Nobody really knows. Drew Drumbeats asks, we know that you are a fan of They Might Be Giants, but are any of the members of They Might Be Giants Lego fans? And if they are, do they follow your channel and are they fans of BrickTsar? As far as I know, they are not. I have not found a Lego reference in a song. They've made thousands of songs, so I could have missed it. In fact, as a member of the They Might Be Giants fan club, I have not even downloaded everything that I've paid for. I just realized I need to do that. I've probably missed things, but they have just this insanely large catalog of songs, but not in any of the merch. All the different, I probably should have worn They Might Be Giants t-shirt for this, but none of the merch have I seen a reference to Lego, and it's not like that Ed Sheeran guy who made a Lego song. So, and I don't think that they watch my channel. That's it's just all assumption. I don't really know. So London Moore asks, how do you make a video every day and figure out what you're going to do in everyday videos? Do I figure out what I'm going to do? Well, first of all, I got a ton of stuff down here. So I have no shortage of material. I was thinking, I've been on YouTube on this channel since 2012. So in like 12 years, if I did one video a day for 12 years, I could just do one set, just do a video on one set, and I still would not have had enough days to do just a video just talking about one set. If I did that every day, there would not be enough days. So I don't like doing those kind of videos as much. Sometimes when it's things that really interest me, I got a couple of videos that I'm going to be doing that are going to be featuring one set. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff, and then videos like this where people leave questions, hauls. The hauls is like one of those things. I've kind of seen it with other people. It's like you don't want those to be popular. But it's kind of sad because this is the way it goes. If you're looking to get views, if you're not looking to get views on your videos, then it doesn't really matter. You just do whatever you want to do. And I'm kind of in that ballpark. I'm a lower tier YouTuber. I just do what I want to do, and I do things that I know won't get as many views as other things that I could do. But the haul videos, it's just crazy that I could do a haul video of something and it'll get more views than a review of that same something. And what's even crazier than that is the leaked images of that same stuff would get way more views than any of the other stuff. So if you really want to get a lot of views, just don't even buy anything. Just do leaked image videos. And you don't even, you know what? You don't even have to have a camera. You don't even have to have a camera to make a video that is going to get more views than anything I've done. Just talk about leaked images. And I keep touching this suitcase. Maybe I'll talk about it before the episode's over. But yeah, I have plenty of material. And not all of it is interesting. And a lot of times I'm going to ramble. And people don't like it. And Jimmy cracked corn. And I don't care. Brian's Brick Barn says, what year roughly do you think patent pending bricks stopped and switched to the ones you have in the Fabuland set? Love the daily videos. Best part of my lunch break. Thank you. Well, that's another question about the molds and stuff. So the Fabuland started in '79, and apparently you still had bricks that didn't have the supports on the tubes, like the 2x4 bricks. And then you had the thicker walls on the 2x2s. I think that's what I'm seeing with some of my Fabuland stuff. I don't know what year that started. The way it's like early 70s is when the patent pending went away and switched to the marked out patent pending. And then the late 70s, sometime in there, is when it went to no marked out patent pending, just no supports. And then later in the 80s, maybe it was in the 90s when we started getting the different plastic. It seemed like a different plastic. Anyway, 80s and 70s, especially the 80s, there's more of a nice, satisfying crunch. Actually, the 70s. Yeah, the 70s and 80s. I think those are the bricks, the 70s and the 80s, that you might, in some cases, be able to figure them out just by how they feel going together and the crunchy sound that they make. They do have a much more pleasing, crunchy sound. But I don't know. I can't answer your question. But I think it's late. I guess you did say roughly, so I'm thinking late 70s is when that switched. Mike77902, another channel member. How many videos do you make in a day so you don't have to make one every day, so you can post every day? So yeah, the thing is, yes, I try to post every day, 1 o'clock. That's the standard video will go up. I have a couple of days, I think, where I did another video in the day. But the 1 o'clock is the standard different t-shirt everyday video. And I've done as many as 5, I think, in a day. So ideally, every day I think about this. When I come home from work, I say, I want to do 2 videos. If I could just every day do 2 videos, 2 10-minute videos, a 5-minute video and a 15-minute video, just do 2 videos every day, then eventually I would be like a month ahead. If I did that every day for a month, then I would be a month ahead. But what happens is I get ahead and then I miss 3 or 4 days of filming videos. So yeah, I want to get ahead because I'll have things coming up where I'll need time off that I won't have the ability to make videos. But yeah, usually it's 2, sometimes as many as 3 or 4, and I think 5. I think is the most I've done in a day. Here's the thing: can you tell videos that are filmed the same day? They might be bricks. Who's that guy? He said, "Can I build the Falcon?" Yes. All right. So I've told him that I want to build the Millennium Falcon. And yet it stays unbuilt. Maybe I should say you can build the Falcon if you finish the what was that? The helicarrier. Finish the helicarrier, and then you can build the Falcon. The unbuilt sets. I have 3 off the top of my head that I can think of: the helicarrier, the Joker's Manor, and the that big mining digger thingy. The Technic mining digger thingy, I forget what it's called, but that it's a huge Technic set. He only got about 1/4 of the way through those and then quit. And I haven't had the gumption or whatever the word is to go and finish them myself either. So. All right, Janet's 3094 says, if everyone in the world threw out all their Lego, I would wonder how many new mountain ranges would appear. With all the billions of bricks. I mean, surprisingly, like I saw this Vsauce video where he stacked all of the people in the world into a mountain. It looked kind of small. It was so if you took all 8 billion people on Earth and just put them in one spot and stacked them up, it's surprisingly small. And I think that's what would happen with Lego, is that if you took all the Lego bricks in all the world and just put them in one pile, you might get a big hill. I'm thinking. Are there more Lego bricks by volume than there are people? That's another question. Does anybody know the answer to that? It's one of those stupid trivia questions, meaningless trivia questions. Is the volume of Lego in the world more than the volume of people? Leave your answers below. But it is kind of a funny thought there. If everybody just, like if I took everything in this basement, dumped it out, and just made a pile of Lego bricks, like got rid of the boxes, just pile of bricks, it'd probably be a lot smaller than you would think. Geology Joe asks, what's the frequency, Jabbo? That's 92.9, I think. Lynx Fan 2 says, hi there, BrickTsar. Thank you for answering my question regarding motorizing the Horizon Express train. I have another question for you regarding the Horizon Express train, and that is, what Lego pieces do you use to couple each vehicle to the set? This is because the magnets will not keep the train complete and coupled when it is motorized. How do you know that? How long is your train? Let me finish. He says, I do remember Lego pieces, 4x2 flat with a vertical clip, and you need a pair which snap together. Do you know what I'm thinking of? And would this couple the individual vehicles of the Horizon set together? So if I remember correctly, so that's from Peter. If I remember correctly, Peter, the Horizon Express has those magnets that have studs on them. So all you need is a 1x2 tile or a 1x2 plate, and that'll give it plenty enough. And I've done videos with running 2 full Horizon Expresses, and they've not come apart. So I don't think it's that involved, but if you have the new modern magnets, yeah, they have a stud coupler. So the thing is, well, maybe you're using the older magnets that don't have that feature, and yeah, they would likely, the longer, heavier your train, they could come apart. But even those magnets will pull more than you think, and much more than you should be pulling with a Lego train motor. You'll burn the motor up. An alternate thing is, for instance, like with the Horizon Express, just had the front and the back motorized. That will keep the train together. But yeah, the 1x2 tile or 1x2 plate, I think, can hold those magnets. Gordon Werner asks, if placed in dead, how long are all the tipper trucks? Oh, I did the math, and then I left my homework. My homework blew over the building. I don't know where it went. So each tipper truck, I think, is like 3.43 inches long. So I think, if I remember correctly, I was up to like 500 feet of tipper trucks, over 500 feet, which is more than a football field at this point. And it's one of those things I have in my mind, things that I want to do that I may never do. I want to do a video. I did the video in the house of all the tipper trucks, but they're all kind of bunched together. But I would like to just set up the train track and just tipper trucks end to end, see how long it is, see if I got enough track. I should have enough track to do it, but just one long continuous thing, not going through the same scene twice. And I wanted to do it where it was just one long straight, no curves, but my yard's not big enough for that. Yes, I could make it probably go around the entire yard, so maybe have 4 turns. We'll see. So maybe that's something I could do this summer, but I think it's over 500 feet. Here's one from Theory Vakuch. Sanchez says, "Hi, nice build, isn't it? I built it a few years ago too. I saw that this model, it's possible to build 2 different cars. I'm searching for the instructions for the second one. Could you help me, please?" Oh, no. So this is regarding a set from 1967, the antique car set 329, and I don't have it on the shelf. It's one of the sets I think I got to pull out when I do the Legoland stuff. Yeah, 1967. I'm pretty sure I don't have it on the shelf. And I don't recall a second instruction. So some Lego sets, especially in the 70s, 80s and 90s even, you had alternate instructions. And it's kind of like the 2-in-1, 3-in-1 that you, well, yeah, today they'll have, you can build different things, but if there is another build, it's probably just a suggested build. So other thing they do is they would things on the box, for instance, or other pages of the instructions, but not detailed instructions. So I think that's probably, just off the top of my head, that's what happened with the 329 antique car. But I don't really know. Maybe I should dig that set out somewhere. And I don't know if you'll find any instructions. If the instructions are online and they have alternate build, then you have them. But if they're not online, if there's not an alternate build in the instructions, then you're not going to find that. It's just going to be an image on a box, I think. Collecting every Lego Technic figure. All right. Oh, wait, that was the video. This is from 89 Ivan IVP. He says, "What is the rarest Technic mini figure or Lego figure?" The yellow one. There was a yellow one. I don't remember. When I did the video, there was the yellow one. And I say rare. It was the most expensive one. Who knows if it's rare. Here's one from Rocky1790. He says, "I think I have the most important question for a train fan. I have the most important question for a train fan. How many Lego 9-volt straight tracks do you have?" He says 528 9-volt straight tracks is in my collection, is what he says. And he says one of his friends just passed 800. He put an angry face emoji. I don't think I had 800. I have a box over there, and I did a rough look at it. There's about 5 layers of, oh goodness, I doing the math, 5 times, there's like 20 on a layer. See, 3, 5 times 5 is like 25 on a layer, and there's 20 layers, so that's like 500. So there's about 500 in that box, and I may have some other places. So I'm probably right close. I might be even just slightly under what you have. But when you think about it, 500 9-volt straight tracks, that's like $2,500 worth of straight tracks. Oh my goodness. And that's why I buy the blue ones. They're the cheapest ones to get, because they're the worst to work with too. Here's one from James 2137. "I just found my train from when I was a boy and put it together. How big of a table do I need for the track?" So traditional Lego train tracks, I think, will fit on a 30-inch wide door, because I had a 30-something inch wide door. Maybe it was 32 inches. And you could do a circle. So that's sad. It is really sad that I've been collecting Lego this long, and I do not know the dimensions of the radius of those standard Lego track. I know it's less than 3 feet. But somebody comment below. It's sad. It's a pretty tight radius. Oh no. Bricking Out Loud, also a channel member, says, "What's the frequency, Jabbo?" Says, "Monster is a fantastic album, and that is a fantastic shirt." So that's, so I was wearing the orange shirt. That's why Geology Joe asked the question. So I don't listen to anything else. So I guess 92.9. That's my Benzedrine. Nice question. White Horse Bricks 2670 says, "Hey Jabbo, have you considered selling on BrickOwl?" Yes, I have considered it, and I'm not doing it right now. BrickOwl is for when Bricklink gets shut down by Lego. But unfortunately, for me, BrickOwl is just I'm not gonna split my inventory. My personal preference is I do not like it when people have the exact same inventory on BrickOwl as they do on Bricklink. I think that those two things should be separate. I know that people have software where, like, if something sells on BrickOwl, it automatically deletes it from Bricklink. I've also thought of messing with that system by placing two simultaneous orders where it doesn't have time to update. Because, like, for instance, when I'm looking for the tippers, I see the exact same lot from the person that's clearly the same person, and he's got two different lots of 5. And I'm like, you don't have 10, you have 5, and you put them on. See, I'm getting into a rant here. I'm like, choose a side, choose a side. That's what I think. But I know that will possibly upset people that make their living doing that, and they do. I know that in their defense, they do try to prevent these unfulfilled orders where somebody buys something, and obviously with smaller sellers like myself, you don't usually get orders that quickly together where that could happen. But I would not do it. I would. That's something I would never do. Like, if I put something on eBay, it's on eBay, and if it was in my Bricklink store, I remove it. I may leave the listing there. I may, like, put it in stock room, and then do it that way. But I would never. It's just a bad practice, in my opinion, to list the same item on multiple sites at the same time. It's fine to use any of the sites that you want, and it's fine to go back and forth. But I just don't think you should put the exact same inventory on 2 different platforms. But I don't have a problem with people using any of the platforms. But yeah, I'm at this point, I'm too invested in Bricklink, and the only way I would ever go to BrickOwl is if Bricklink went away. And BrickOwl still exists. Unfortunately, here's the thing: if Bricklink goes away, where's BrickOwl going to steal all the inventories from? All they do is just get it from Bricklink. So it's like, yeah. Anyway, here's one from Mike 77902, also a channel member. Thanks for all the new T-shirts. How do you keep up so upbeat? Oh, excuse me. He says, how do you keep so upbeat all the time? I drink a lot of caffeine. So I look back at some of my old videos, and I'm very monotone. Sometimes it's intentional deadpan monotone. For instance, the video about the 2x4 red brick, Mr. Gold, that one was intentionally done that way. But I look at other videos and I'm like, yeah, the drool's about to come out of the corner of my mouth, or everybody else that's watching, because they get so bored by that. But it's just making thousands of videos and talking. I may have a different voice when I do these videos than I do when I talk to people, but actually I don't think I do. I think I think I talk the same talking to you as I do talking at work. Sometimes or to friends or to my family, I've actually had people tell me, you're too loud at times, because I get easily excited, especially if I'm relating an experience or something. It may even come across that I'm upset when I'm not upset. I just get excited. So I think the key for the videos is talking to you like I do to other people. And that's how it may come across as being upbeat. And I appreciate you making that observation, and that's the way you feel about the videos. Oh no, what did I do with this other question? I think I skipped a question. Here's one from Joseph. D27 says, how many tipper trucks are built in a month in the secret underground bunker of Jabo Works? The factory was really pumping out the tipper trucks in the early days, but it's getting to where if I can get 10 to 20 in a month. If I get 20 in a month, that's a really good month. We're looking at more like 5 to 10 in a month. Here's a one from Forest Man Fanatic. It seems like the Bricklink Designer Program is going to feature at least one train in every round, which unfortunately means that they'll be pretty expensive too. I know it's still early on in the program, but do you like how LEGO is including more train sets in that versus their regular yearly release cycles? I love castle sets, so I'm in the same boat with wanting to get the castle sets, but I do wish they would just bring back regular castle themes already. I agree 100% with that. Just bring back classic castle or a classic castle feel or the castle theme and do trains more regularly. I don't want the market necessarily be flooded with trains, but I don't think we just need a big playset each 4 years, a passenger and a cargo playset every 4 years. That's basically what they've been doing with a few other, maybe we get a locomotive or, like a crocodile or something mixed in every now and then. I just would like maybe a locomotive and 2 or 3 freight cars or a passenger car that you can modify, something like that. And, do a 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 like you did with the Santa Fe Express, and keep it on shelves for a few years and then switch it out with something else. That's my thoughts. I do like. I am getting some of the Bricklink designer program trains. So when they did this, the one that just went live, 2 things sold out: the Brick Cross Station and that Mushroom House for some. I guess because it was the lowest price thing, and the other stuff's kind of. Although all the other things have made it to the threshold that they will be produced, I've looked the last few days. They have not budged. Nobody is looking at the thing anymore. But I did get the other train. I was surprised. I thought Ominous Isle. I thought it would sell out, but it hasn't. And at this point, looking at the past Bricklink designer programs, if it hadn't sold out by now, it's not going to sell out. So the Brick Cross Station, it sold out pretty quick, and it's a train, so it looks pretty good. And I ordered it, but I'm with you. I would rather they make Lego sets like that, and that the build will be good, because that's the unfortunate experience with the Bricklink designer program is the sets may look great, but when you build them, they might not be up to the same standards that you're used to if you primarily build Lego sets and not mocks. All right, here's one from Mula. That's FOUR Mula 4812 says, "What if you sell everything at base price with shipping, then you add $2 per order? You might make money, not including sets." No, I don't know that idea. Like just sell everything. I don't know what you mean by base price. If you mean selling it for what I paid for it, and then just add $2 per order. Or are you saying sell it at the price that I have and add $2? I want people to pay what they expect to pay, not to inflate the cost in the shipping. Because I know how I feel when I go to a site and they do that. Like, what's that? Macari does that. They add ridiculous fees. There's others, Bradford Exchange. They add ridiculous fees. Oh, wait, is that all of the questions? No, did I miss one? Oh, no. We've done all the questions, and I didn't even talk about my suitcase. All right. Thank you for all the questions. If you have a question you'd like to answer in the next BrickTsar Answer Thingy, leave it in the comment section below. Form it in the form of a question so I can find it. And if you add the hashtag BAT, it may go into the spam filter, but I will pull it out and I will see those. So if your comment looks like it's hidden, it's got the hashtag BAT. I need to figure out how to say anytime you use hashtag BAT, it doesn't send it to spam. But that's what happens. And what I did with all these, if I put the image on the screen, you'll notice I didn't heart the comment at the time that I took the screenshot. And this is so I would know that I hadn't looked at that question before. So what I did is I took the screenshot and then I hearted the comment, and then I yeah, then now I'm doing the video. So that's coming up. Yeah, that's how I did that. Hopefully I put the questions on the screen this time. I'm pretty bad about not doing that. Anyway, I got this suitcase here. Can't really see it. It's the XXL cargo. Nobody has this thing for sale. Not on eBay, not on Bricklink. There is a listing for it on Bricklink. It has a base plate, but I think I took my base plate out. I'm going to open this zipper. This thing's new. It's never been used, but I did remove the base plate. So I think, yeah, there's no base plate here. Let me pull this up. So I think a base plate would have gone on here. And so like if you were in a car, you could build on it, or use this as your carry-on on an airplane. But if you used it as a carry-on in an airplane, it's going to be stowed away up over your head. This thing just does not feel like it's sturdy enough to be used as airplane luggage. It has some other things in here. That aren't... Oh, the base plate is in here. Well, check that out. You know what? Maybe I should do a dedicated video on this. It's got a blue base plate. So it is in there. And there is, hold on, this little thing and a backpack and a Lego set and I don't know what that is, that little cargo thing. So that it is 100%. You know what? I thought the base plate should have been in there. I thought I had stolen it, but it is there. So yeah, I'm going to pack all this stuff back in here and figure out how I'm going to sell this, because on the listing it shows a lot of these things separately. But when I bought this, this is the way it came. The suitcase with all the other little things in it. So XXL cargo. It takes up a lot of space in my basement, and I'm never going to use it. I'm going to try to sell it so I can pay for the things that I want and have room for those things as well. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.